Hi everyone. In this session we'll learn about how to use video conferencing apps to communicate with our friends, families, etc. So first step we'll start with Zoom. We need to sign up and then we can further schedule our meetings, we can join a meeting, etc. So starting is after login your ID. So here is this is how our Zoom profile looks. We can see our name, and also we can schedule a meeting, we can join a meeting, we can see all these tabs. Apart from that, we have options here. We can see meetings, we can also schedule webinars, we can also record our meetings. So we'll start with how to schedule a meeting. So we will see the topic. We can write topic, on which topic we are conducting a meeting. We can add description of the meeting, what all details, if any agenda you need to share to the people, you are sharing the schedule, or you are sharing the link with. So you can also add the agenda in description box. You can add when and at what time you can add it through calendar. Okay, you can add the timings, also the duration of meeting. Maybe you want to have a meeting like for around 1.5 hours, so you can add it accordingly. And you also need to check your time zone. If we are scheduling it as per India's time zone, then we need to see that accordingly, and we need to add it accordingly. We also have an option of security, meeting ID. So we can add personal meeting ID also. So it helps us to identify the person who is joining the meeting. So it's basically you can share this personal meeting ID, and whoever is having this personal meeting ID, they only can join this meeting. You can only allow them to join in this meeting. So this is helps, personal ID helps us to do. Also we have an option, if I am organizing a meeting, I am scheduling a meeting, and so then I will be the host. I have an option to keep my video on or off. Also I have an option to keep participants video on or off. So we can click on option accordingly. Yeah, so we can save the schedule meeting part. So you can see that we have scheduled the meeting and it has been saved. So we can now, if we need to share this meeting with our meeting link with our recipients, or with the person to whom I want them to join, so I can copy this invitation from this tab. I can copy the meeting invitation and then I can share it on their mails. So this is how we can schedule a meeting on Zoom, and we can send it to our friends across. Yeah, next is to join a meeting. So if someone has shared a meeting link with you, so you can they must have shared the personal ID or the login credential. So for joining a meeting, you just need to put that particular personal ID in your after signing up your Zoom ID, and you can put your personal ID link. From there you can join a meeting. So this is how we can use Zoom.
Hello everyone, in this session we will be looking forward how to use a smartphone to do some professional photography. We have been using a smartphone as well as a camera app to click pictures, but it's a matter of learning few techniques by which we can click some awesome pictures. So let us see how we can do so. First of all, we need to ensure that our camera lenses are clean. So it's better that we wipe our lenses before taking any shot. And secondly, we move on to understanding the functions of our camera. So first of all, we'll try and understand what white balance is in our camera. So white balance represents the natural light that you can see on the screen. We can adjust that too. Right now the white balance is in AWB mode, which is called auto white balance. In auto white balance, The camera adjusts the light by its own, and the user or the operator doesn't have to change any settings. But sometimes even the AWB doesn't appear to be good. So in that case, we change the white balance. So for changing that, in a smartphone, we can go into the Pro mode. After going into the Pro mode, you can see the WB button over here. I click that, and I can change by there are 3-4 default white balance options given over here. I do that. So I did that, and manually also you can change this. So in this way you change your white balance, and either you can keep in auto mode. So I have kept again in the auto mode. And secondly, one more important concept that we need to understand is about the grid lines. So where we can find the grid lines? So we go to the settings and we click here the show grid lines. So grid lines are also known as rule of third in professional photography. So now you can see there are 2 vertical and 2 horizontal lines in our frame. So it is advisable that when we click a picture, or the objects or the subject that we want to click appears at the intersection of the images. Now you can see here in my frame, I have kept the 3 cubes as on the intersection on the left side of my frame, so that my image appears to be composed. So now I click a picture over here, and this way you can see the purpose of the grid line. The basic purpose of grid lines is to ensure that the subject that you are clicking is in frame and you get a good picture, a composed picture what we call. And thirdly, we need to ensure that the photos that we click are stable. It's not slanted, it's not in an inappropriate angle, I would say. So for ensuring that, it's very important that we hold a camera still. And to hold a camera still, we need to use both our hands. As you can see, I am holding the camera with my 2 hands so that the camera is stable and the photo appears to be in a proper horizontal way. If I am holding a camera with one hand, there's a tendency that the weight of the mobile or the camera may tilt the image to a certain extent. And then one more key part of the clicking of good picture is the focus points, or the focus what we call. So whenever the subject that you see, the 3 cubicles or that we kept, I want that to be in focus. So what I do is I touch over there, and you can see that subject has come into the focus. So it's very important that whenever we click a picture, that subject should be in focus, and we can do that by just tapping on the screen wherever we want the focus should be. So this was the basic thing that we need to ensure while we click a good picture. This may be used anywhere, be it in a professional space, be it in a personal space. If you are a photographer or you like clicking pictures, it's very important to follow these simple steps. So thank you.
About cataloging and how it is helpful for our business. So before starting, we should know what is catalog, and how we can add our details, our product details in that particular catalog. Which we'll be developing. So what is catalog? It's basically a complete enumeration of items in a detailed form is basically, we provide in catalog. So this is what catalog look like, and we used to add the details of our product in different pages and descriptive details. So for example, if you are a shopkeeper, shop owner, then how you can develop a catalog. Okay, so starting with the first page, first thing one should focus on catalog is your first cover page. So your cover page should be attractive enough, impressive enough, that your consumer should focus, and you can at one go he can just go through the catalog, and he can it's basically a first impression kind of thing. There are some important points to consider while developing a catalog. Okay, so starting with first point, which is gather your product description. So here we'll see this is the cover page, and here we'll see like how we can add our product descriptions, the size, the size of the products, the material used for the product. So this is how we gather the information of product. Second is to know about the product feature. So you have to add the details of the products. For example, you can add how useful it is for your consumers, how beneficial it is for your consumers. So we'll see, if you're adding the details of your product. Here we can see that handmade pen stand. So we have added a small feature of this, like made with eco-friendly paper. It means the product which we are using is eco-friendly, it's environment friendly, and we have added this feature to the detail, to the description of the product. Like we should use appropriate size for the catalog. Like it should be handy enough. If you are showcasing your catalog to your to the funder or to the sponsor, it should be handy enough and it should be attractive, so that they can at one go they can just collect the information and can place the orders. For easy recognition by the consumers, we can use codes, we can use alphabets, so that if any of the consumer is placing order, then it is very easy for us to recognize the number of the product, or he or she can easily map the product by going through the catalog alphabetically or by code. So yeah, this is how you can develop your catalog. And also you can add the description about your organization, about your business to the first page, and also you can add the index or the content thing in your catalog. So catalog can be customized as per your creativity and as per your business need. So yeah, this is how we can develop our catalog. Thank you so much.